Rural housing enablers are specialists dedicated to addressing the unique housing challenges faced by rural communities. Their primary role is to help these communities assess the need for affordable housing within their specific geographic area. RHEs act as a bridge, connecting rural communities with the resources and expertise necessary to develop suitable affordable housing schemes. Rural housing enablers are pivotal in supporting rural communities to evaluate their affordable housing needs and facilitate the development of appropriate housing solutions, connecting communities with landowners, house builders, and planners. In 2023, Gnosall Parish Council was approached by Central and Country, an affordable housing developer, and Housing Plus Housing Association, who were looking to develop a rural exception site for rural housing in Gnosall. After meeting to discuss this, Gnosall Parish Council wanted to find out more, and asked to form a pre-project board for 6 months to include local residents, businesses and councillors. From this, a productive dialogue was established with the help of rural housing enabler Paul Keats to move the project forward.
As a rural housing enabler at Support Staffordshire, part of my role is to support the Gnosall Housing Scheme. Initially, I carried out a housing needs survey to evidence whether there is a need in the community, which can also be included as part of the neighbourhood plan. The housing needs survey helps us to establish if residents want to upsize or downsize, whether they have a preference for a housing association tenure over private rent, and the size of homes required. Other aspects of the role include community engagement activities, including delivering informative talks at local meetings to foster knowledge and understanding. It also encompasses proactive promotion across various social media platforms to broaden reach and awareness. Furthermore, the work includes the reviewing of local service provision to identify areas for improvement and ensure community needs are met. Finally, I've been sourcing and updating residential address lists to maintain accurate records for targeted communication and resource allocation. As the scheme progresses, my role will involve attendance at the project board, supporting the design of new homes and identifying and supporting individuals with local connections for housing allocation once the scheme has been approved by the council. These actions are vital for the successful implementation of the scheme.
Housing Plus Group are one of the leading providers of housing, care and support services in the West Midlands. With over 33,000 homes across Shropshire, Staffordshire and Telford and Wrekin, we believe everyone deserves a safe, comfortable and affordable place to live. Our involvement in this project has been insightful and rewarding as we look forward to the next phase of the project development. We are doing our bit to tackle the housing crisis by committing to build at least 1,000 new affordable homes each year. This includes social and affordable homes, low-cost home ownership and other schemes to help people get on the housing ladder, such as rent to buy.
We've had support from a rural housing enabler, which helped us to understand what people in our village wanted, because that's always important to know. We've worked with the architects and the advice services from both of the companies. And as a result of that, we have, I think, greatly improved the indicative master plan. We've greatly attenuated the water runoff from the site in the plan so that it not only will not add to flooding concerns, it will actually mitigate the existing concerns. We highlighted flooding concerns at a nearby development, and responsible authorities are now busy taking up that case. And as a result, at the end of this process, 2 things happened. One, the people who'd been on the pre-project board said, actually, this is a model that ought to be taken up by all developers. Everybody should work with communities, not impose things on them. That, I think, is amazing. And we made a recommendation to Gnosall Parish Council that they formally work in a project board with Central and Country and Housing Plus to bring forward affordable homes for rent in our village. And I'm delighted to say that they accepted that recommendation. So for us, we're now working on a pathway to bring 80 affordable homes for rent in our village, which will enable our residents now and in the future to be able to afford to continue to live in the village that they love. What's not to like?
This Rural Housing Week, we're breaking down barriers and building a future where everyone can thrive. Every year, Rural Housing Week highlights the many social and economic benefits of affordable housing to rural communities. Rural Housing Week arrives at a significant moment for the housing sector and will shape the direction of travel for housing delivery over the coming years. With the recent government's long-term housing strategy and spending review, this will determine the future for the housing sector. Rural Housing Week 2025 is an opportunity to explore the impact these important announcements will have on rural communities and why delivering affordable housing in rural areas is key to the country's ambitions for removing barriers to growth and opportunity.